Get hyped, Game of Thrones fans, because we are getting ready for the end of the season and the start of the bowls. Specifically, the bowl that was promised, CLEGANEBOWL.
Woo! Wait.
I'll just talk
Here
while
it comes.
you're doing that.
Ready? Right by the microphone.
Sports! One night only. Watch Xander Clegane and Gregor Clegane.
Sunday.
With an opening title bout from Jon Snow versus Ramsay Snow.
Ooh, dang.
What are we
Live
doing?
from Winterfell.
Okay, but this is Winterfell and King's Landing, presumably. So we just finished. I'm going to spoil, if you haven't seen it already, Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 7, The Broken Man, because this story relies heavily on a big revelation, which is that the Hound is alive and trying to live. This episode was tonally very different from the rest of the season, because he's trying to live a peaceful, normal, simple life, like the small folk, like the people we haven't been focusing on at all during Game of Thrones.
Yeah, not only that, they did it in a cold open, which like never happens.
They don't do cold opens anymore.
Yeah, but it was a cool contrast to see, like, all of a sudden he's on the screen and you're just like, oh shit! But it's also cool to see something being built when most of the series has been things coming apart or being torn down, even though, spoilers at the end, they got killed and massacred, but whatever.
I mean, pacifism does not work in Westeros, as we've learned, and as we see him pick up his axe again and presumably go off to kill the Brotherhood, which, by the way, I didn't think they were assholes like that.
Like, like in the books, they're not. They're like this Robin Hoodie, like, do good. And
I mean, they're vigilantes, but they're good vigilantes, not doing some kind of protection racket.
I wonder if this is going to be like a misunderstanding, like these were just those people that happen to be part of the Band of Brothers, and he's going to go on a rampage and it's going to be like a weird murder spree that was a misunderstanding, or if Lady Stoneheart is going to make an appearance.
I mean, the resurrection of the Hound, or the seeming resurrection, because apparently he did not die. He was just brought back with good old-fashioned healing. Unlike the Mountain, who had the mad scientist Qyburn working on him. We have Benjen Stark seemingly resurrected with dragon glass.
Jon Snow,
magic. This is kind of a normal story.
Because it used to be, in the beginning of Game of Thrones, someone died, they were dead. Ned Stark, he's dead. That's it.
Forever.
But now, unless you see them die on camera, and even if you do see them die on camera, they're not dead.
I mean, we haven't seen Stannis' body.
I'm
just saying. We just have Brienne's word to go off of. I trust her word. But
Oathkeeper? Isn't that her sword?
Oathkeeper, and then Oathbreaker, Jaime. And they're going to be meeting up again, which will probably ignite people who like them as a duo.
Yes,
or a couple.
I do.
You duo? I like her with Tormund Giantsbane.
Yes! Oh, the way he was looking at her. And she was just like not having it.
That's how every romance starts.
Yeah. So tell me about the CLEGANEBOWL.
So this is the beginning of people's theories, or, tinfoil hat, crazy fan theories, actually seemingly to be coming together because he's back.
Yeah.
They're both back. And we know, we've been gearing up for it all season.
Brother versus brother.
Cersei is going to have Sir Robert Strong, or just the Mountain. That's what they're calling him still. Be her champion in a trial by combat. We don't know who's going to be a champion for the Faith. And this is kind of where the theory has a couple holes. Which is the Hound isn't really connected to anyone in the Faith anymore. The brother Ray, who he was talking to, is dead. He's kind of on his own now. Unless we see him go out and exact revenge, and then people ask who he is, and he sort of builds a reputation for himself as, a warrior for the Faith, even though Ray is extremely different from the High Sparrow.
And we don't know how deep that his teachings went. Ray did while he was alive, and bringing him back to life, resurrecting him in a sense.
Though if the stakes are very high, if that's what happens, because this fight decides Cersei's fate. So she'll die if Robert Strong loses. So if the Hound wins, Cersei's in trouble. If
the Mountain wins, then the Faith is
the Hound is dead. I want to see the Hound alive,
Yeah, I think
don't really
everybody
care
does.
about the Mountain or the Faith.
Right.
So just like, uh-oh. What
Plus,
I think
everybody
is
wants
going
to
happen,
see the High Sparrow die.
oh, we're all gunning for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were looking at Bran's visions earlier, right? And he had this vision of wildfire spreading underneath.
Yeah.
What I think is going to happen is that's the future, and Cersei somehow loses the trial by combat, flips out, shoots wildfire everywhere, like in season 2 where she ordered it to be released.
Right.
It's a weapon
reminiscent
in her
of the Mad King,
Yeah, the Mad Queen.
Yeah.
So that's my theory.
Right.
Did you have a theory?
I have one more other fan theory that I've seen and have accepted as headcanon, that the whole Arya storyline with the House of the Black and White and Jaqen and then the Waif is like a la Fight Club, part of Arya's consciousness.
Oh.
And so you only see her through Arya's eyes.
I've seen that one.
Right? And then the stabbing that happened at the last
Jaqen
episode.
won't talk to them both at the same time.
Exactly, yep. And so they're both in Arya, and that she stabbed herself, or it was like a metaphorical stabbing, which is why she was able to survive for so long.
So she's got a Tyler Durden situation.
Exactly, yeah. Fan theories are fun, and it makes it more interesting.
I mean, we did get validated by this Hound theory.
Right? And Jon Snow coming back.
Yeah, so I mean, crazy fan theory tinfoil time is abound. It is time, y'all, to make them crazy theories, because some of them are coming true. And maybe some other things will happen, and some characters will come back, and stuff and things. Audience, what stuff and things do you think are going to happen as we close up Game of Thrones Season 6? I want to hear about them, so leave them below in the comment section. Please subscribe, and won't you give us a like?